Hello travelers and welcome back. Today we'll be going over the latest Palia update 0.181. I'll be primarily focusing on the changes to parties, loot drops, and Zeki's underground black market. I will touch a little on the new aesthetic items like housing plot themes, but because they are premium store locked, I want to focus on what is available to all players. First, we'll start with parties and loot dropping. Parties themselves haven't really changed. You still have a max of 4 people at once, and loot sharing stayed the same. However, there is a new buff to parties when you are within 35 meters of each other. To know if the party buff is active, you'll see an icon appear above your party list on the left with a green small arrow. The buff gives you two things: the chance for double the loot and XP gain towards a new achievement. Double the loot applies to every single skill aside from cooking, furniture making, and gardening. Loot bags will glow green to indicate that they contain double the loot, but picking up forageables like flowers and seashells, as well as fishing, won't have a way to know if you'll gain double loot until the action is complete. For example, I was fishing next to my party member, and upon reeling in a waterlogged chest, a noise indicator went off and 2 chests entered my inventory. Double loot also applies to plushies from hunting and bug catching. You just won't know if you get them until you pick up that loot bag, which hasn't changed. The XP gain towards an achievement is to obtain the new growable furniture, and as of right now, this is the only way to get this new set of decor. You also only get 1 seed for each piece, but upon full growth, they will provide another seed of the same type, just like flowers and trees. I'm personally a little bummed because I would love to have the secondary stage of some of these furniture items all over my plot and just not grow them to full size, but I'll take what I can get. Just remember, you must be within 35 meters of a party member for the new buff to be active. Keeping within loot drop news, you'll see new loot indicators on your compass and map. This tells you where loot is you might have missed grabbing. But more importantly, as of right now, there is no distance limit. Meaning I could hit a Proudhorn Sernuk, lose track of it, and when it fully goes down, the game will give me the loot bag indicator regardless of how far away I am. This won't apply if you enter into a new map or join a new server for any reason. So if you see random loot bag icons appearing, maybe you chopped a tree down and the Muujin that ran out was hunted. So now that Muujin loot is waiting for you to go grab. An additional note in regards to hunting, this update has brought us health bars on huntable creatures. We can now see just how much health is left once you or your party member makes contact with an arrow. This does not apply to bugs. Next, we'll talk about friends and servers. You can now see where your friends are located through the social menu, be it in Bahari Bay or the black market. You also now have the ability to server sync to your friend without having to ask them to send you an invite. This is not only time saving, but a good way to help when server syncing issues arise. I do want to mention that if you're on a content creator's friend list, please don't abuse this feature by always syncing into their servers. While different creators have different community boundaries, I think it's just important to mention this. The game will now notify you when a friend comes online or logs off as well. While an awesome feature for friends, there is always the chance you don't want to see these notifications, and luckily you can turn them off in the game settings. You cannot, however, appear offline, so everyone on your friends list will see when you log on and off if they choose to leave this feature engaged. And even though your friends could always see when you were online if they opened the menu, I still think that it's important to mention this change for privacy reasons. There is now a looking for party option as well. This icon will appear next to their name out in the world and looks like a magnifying glass with 3 dots inside. If you want others to know you're looking to team up, just check the box in the new party menu. Moving on to Zeki's Underground, also known as the Black Market. Hot Pot recently returned and has now been updated to reward you with a prize wheel coin for every round you play and 2 coins for every round you win. These coins are used at the new prize wheel. It takes 2 coins per spin, and you'll have a random chance at prizes including ingredients, gold, fireworks, Zeki's Lucky Coins for use at the gacha-like machines, and new items. The new items include jumbo plushies of Magi, Choppa, and the Ancient Fish, as well as pirate-themed decor. I won't read out all the available pirate decor, but I have provided a list and image here for you to pause if you wish. There are also pirate coin piles for decor, but those are purchased at the black market register for in-game currency. The underground has also become home to a new fishing location. The center opened up into a pool that provides you with cave fish, same as the mines in Bahari Bay. This new fishing spot has become an instant favorite with players fishing all day and hot potting into the night, but that also means it can get a little crowded. While those are what I feel to be the most important parts to the new update, I'm going to touch on some other new things as well. Starting with plot themes. There are 3 new themes available to purchase in the premium store, and why I think it's important to talk about them is I had questions that the game didn't answer without me testing. Themes only affect the non-buildable area of your plot. They can be changed at any time from the main decorating menu, H key or left joystick, and swapped back and forth to your heart's content. You will also only apply to the plot you are currently on when you set it, meaning individual plots have individual themes, but you only have to buy the theme you want once. You can have a pirate theme plot as well as a hobbit forest, and they won't affect each other. The only theme that does have some effect on the buildable section is Shipwreck Isles, as it does change the grass to sand, but it doesn't change the trees, rocks, bushes, or anything else. Another important thing to note is that if you are a person who uses out-of-bounds glitching, you may notice your wonderful works of art disappearing into the land or in general looking weird. But don't worry, you can play with the themes all you want and then just swap back to the base theme. I haven't had any issues with my out-of-bounds items otherwise. There are, of course, other things that came out in this update, but I think I touched on what's the most important, and of course you can always leave a comment if you think I missed something players should know about, and you can ask questions as well. I do my best to answer them as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching the video. As always, if you found it helpful, please like it, subscribe if you feel like it, but most importantly, have a very magical day.